It's day five of my 5 days of Crave. Here we go. This episode should actually be tired. I'm so tired. Let's try that again. This episode should actually be titled Adrian is Tired, and I'll tell you all about the reason why in a minute. But welcome back. We're at day 5 of 5 days of Crave Me. And this has been a challenge that I've really enjoyed. It's gotten me so comfortable and back in the studio. And those of you who reach out to me and were like, oh my God, I love the episodes every day. It's been a lot of fun. Love that. It's a lot of work, but I'm glad I did it. And also happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there. I hope you guys all had an amazing day. I had the best morning ever because it started with morning sex. Oh, God bless. And ended in our favorite position, which is the prone position. And Mr. Wright took his arms and reached up under my arms and pulled me really close to him, and was kissing me on my ear and on my cheek and on my neck. And it was really hot and a great day. He's at work all day in the restaurant biz. Mother's Day is a very busy day for him. And I miss him very much today. Also because we had so much fucking fun last night. Knocked something off my bucket list. Definitely, big check in the box. So last night, Mr. Wright came home. We were hanging out and having porch beers. And he was like, let's go to our favorite dive bar. So we went in, saw our favorite bartenders, had dinner. And by the way, one of the things I really love about Mr. Wright is he orders for me, and he also creates things and has me try new things that I've never tried before, and I really love that about him. So we had this fantastic meal that he was like, add this, take away, it was just really good, and the chef in there knows him, so it was delicious. We had a great time, and we come home and I hear this really loud music. It was so loud, and we were like, where is that coming from? So we get Max, our dog, and we bring him out. And we're going for a walk, and we're trying to find the source of this music. I mean, it is so loud, but it's bouncing off other houses. And I'm like, where is this party? So I was like, we have to find this party. I feel like I want to go to this party. And he was like, say less. And so I was like, all right. So we got in the car. We drove down 4 different streets trying to find this party. I mean, it was so fucking loud and sounded like a really great and fun time. And I was like, I want to go to there. Okay. We need to get there. So we come around the corner and we finally saw 50 cars. We're like, found it. So we drive up, and there's this guy out there, and he was putting away some audio stuff. And we were like, hey, we're your neighbors, and this party sounds really amazing. Can we come in? And he was like, let me get the owner just to double check. He's like, but I'm sure it's fine. And the owner comes out, he's like, hey, yo, come in. And I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. I actually put a video on TikTok, and I shared a bunch over on Instagram. If you're not following me there, I also showed Mr. Wright's face for the first time, and so you should go check me out over on Instagram. It's at Midlife Craving. Anyways, we walk into this party, and it was a fucking vibe. I swear to God, there was 30 tables set up in the backyard, a massive bar, 4 DJs. Okay, what did Mr. Wright say it was? It's like a 15-year-old's birthday party. I don't know. I didn't even see any teenagers around. Nothing. It was all parents letting it rip. It was also 11 o'clock at night. It was so much fucking fun, and they were playing the best fucking music. I mean, I was in all my glory. A couple of times people were trying to talk to me, and I was like, I don't, no habla español, but you didn't need to speak the language. Party language is universal. And we fucking let it rip. We danced, we partied, we drank margaritas, we had, beers, canned beers, we played pool, we met people. Mr. Wright was making bets. We were dancing nonstop. I mean, I was sweating. Then there was this huge table of full of tequila shots. Ugh, I'm a little hungover today, I'm not gonna lie. I was telling Mr. Wright, I was like, this shit's giving me chest hair. I swear to God, I was so strong. And I do not do shots. I'm not a fan of accelerants. But anyways, and I mean, we fucking let it rip. We came home and had so much fun. And this morning after morning sex, Mr. Wright was like, oh my God, look at the floor. And it was this path of, it looked like looks like a tornado took off his clothes. There was a business card of the DJ, and I was like, we should totally fucking hire him. I mean, it was so much fun. We crashed a party, and it couldn't have gone any better. Very excited, and he got a bunch of people's numbers, so I'm sure we'll be hanging out with him again. I fucking hope so. Only thing I regret is that we weren't there earlier, because I was like, oh, all the food was like packed up, and I was like, oh man, I would really like love to enjoy that. And you know, we were like, you can come to our house, we can host a party. I mean, they have a way bigger yard than we do, but anyways, it was a lot of fun. I'm paying for it today for sure. I don't know how Mr. Right is working right now. Like I would just be dead. Today's drink of choice, which it's not always alcoholic, people. People are like, you drink too much. Like, it's just because when you see me and I'm sharing, I'm out and about, you know? This is pink cranberry. I'm like addicted to these. I need all the hydration today. Okay, so another thing I did yesterday when I was on the porch was played Ask Me Anything over on Instagram. And I thought, you know what, I'll wrap this challenge up with a bunch of questions, because people ask some really good questions on there. And I need to get back to my Ask A episodes. You know, I told you, Amanda, I haven't heard from her. And so the Ask Double A thing kind of went away. But I do need to get back. Maybe I'll start doing that every other episode. Bring it back to Ask Double A. Why don't you tell me? Leave me a comment on YouTube. Send me an email at midlifecraving.com. Or shoot me a DM over on Instagram. I would love to hear what you think about that. Okay. Hundreds and hundreds of questions as usual. Like, are you on OnlyFans? No. How big are your boobs? Do you like just like crazy stuff? But there was another one that was a whole bunch that I got. It was, how did you meet Mr. Right? And I've shared this story before on another episode, but we met on fucking Hinge. And what's so crazy is we were texting each other. We brought it off the app, and he was like, I'm poolside drinking a high noon. And I was literally sitting poolside drinking at high noon. So I sent him a selfie back, and I was like, what a coincidence. Me too. And the rest was kind of history. I think we talked on the phone for like 5 hours the next night. And then we met the following. So it was like Sunday we met on Hinge. Monday we talked for like 5 hours that night. And then Tuesday I met him at my favorite dive bar. And the rest is kind of history. I mean, I shared the story about how, you know, in the beginning, I wasn't sure if he was emotionally available. And then, you know, we took like a little bit of a break, because I was like, listen, I know, not a break, but like a weekend. And I was like, look, I know what I want. I know what I'm ready for. And like, I don't know if you're there, and that's perfectly fine. But like, I'm gonna, you know, I know what I want, and this is what I want with you. And after that weekend, he was like, you know, Adrian, I'll meet you where you're at. And so I shared about that in another episode. But anyways, and then we had this amazing date. It was, I called it like the never ending date. It was like mega weekend, best date ever. And we went to a lifestyle concert. It was like a vanilla event at this vineyard. It was great. And then the next day he met Katina, and we watched football all day. He told me I was calling out of work Monday, and so I did. And we had breakfast, and we went to like play air hockey, and then we got crabs that night, and it was just a fantastic 3 days. And you know, a month later we were having the exclusive talk, and the rest is history. All right, I can go on and on about him because I just love him so much. Someone also asked, Adrian, are you open to marriage again? And if you're an OG Craver, you know I've always been like, nope, I will never get married again. I got the t-shirt, won't ever do that again. And within the first month of being with Mr. Right, I was like, shit, I'm going to marry him. Like, damn, like he got me, you know? And so yes, 100%. And it's just, you know, I met the right person, literally Mr. Right. And so, yes. And then the other question was, will you still be in the lifestyle, you know, if you're married or how, you know, in your relationship? And, you know, Mr. Right and I talk about the lifestyle all the time. We have a fantastic, you know, sex positive crew that we love hanging out with. And I feel like the lifestyle, it's not like we need it. Like neither of us feel like anything's missing. We talk about that a lot. But is it a bonus? Fuck yeah. You know, I mean, is it on the table? Absolutely. But the situation, if it presents itself at the right time in the right place, then, you know, so be it. But it's not like we're actively dating. It's not like we're actively going out. And with all the stuff that's been going on in my life over this, you know, beginning of this year, we haven't had a lot of time and energy for the lifestyle, but we are getting back into the swing of things, pun intended. And we're going to a lifestyle party in June, which I'm very excited about. And so yeah, you know, like when there's time, but again, like we just, you know, nothing's missing. And not to say that like couples are missing anything to be in the lifestyle, but we just aren't actively seeking it out right now. And I feel like we'll go through like a honeymoon phase where that's all we do for a while, and then maybe it'll die. I don't know. But the thing is, you can change your mind at any time. You can, be as involved as you want to be or not at all at certain times. And that's perfectly fine and okay. It's about balance, I feel like. Adrian, do you miss the unicorn life? I loved being a unicorn. It was a fantastic experience. And I had some incredible partners and moments and memories. I've never really thought about it again since I met Mr. Right, though. It's not like I'm like, oh, I sure do miss Win, or, it's just, I don't even think about it. So no, I guess I don't miss being a unicorn. It was fantastic, but I don't miss it. I think navigating the lifestyle with a partner has been very different. There's no doubt about that. But no. And I'm excited to learn, to see, and to grow and evolve with Mr. Right in the lifestyle. So we'll see how that goes. Do you live with Mr. Right? Yes, we do. I feel like everything has been and is just so easy with Mr. Right. I actually texted him this morning and I said, I really love doing this thing called life with you. It's just so fucking fun and easy. And like, we are the same person. Like, it was funny because I showed Katina videos from the party last night. And she was like, Adrian, he is so your soulmate. And I'm like, I know, like, energy fucking matched, right? Like, I met my match and I told him that at a Redskins game a couple months ago. But, I remember it was like December. My daughter and I went into the restaurant and had dinner. And we were leaving and he was going home to his apartment. And I had Max because I was going to take him to a grooming appointment the next day. And so me, my daughter, and Max were home. Max the dog. And then he was going home to his apartment. And we were kind of at the point where we were staying over at each other's houses, like pretty much 4 or 5 night stretches. But like then he would like work a double. I don't know. It would just, the schedule would fluctuate a little bit. But there would be like 2 or 3 nights a week where we didn't, stay together. Anyways. I'll never forget, we sent him a selfie. We're like, we love and miss you, whatever. And he sent me a selfie back and he was like pouting and he was like, I don't want to be here. He was like, I just feels lonely here. And I was like, get good night's rest. Like, you have to work early in the morning. I think his shift started at 6. And he was like, no, I'm going to pack my stuff and I'm coming over. And I was like, okay. And then next thing I know, I'm like cleaning out my second closet. I know it sounds like, but my house is set. I have 2 closets in my master. And then making room for him. And next thing I know, it's like we're living together. And it was just so seamless and so easy. And it just makes sense for us. And we want to be together. We love each other very much. And we're very happy together. So unofficially, we've been living together since December. Officially, his lease is finally up in June. And so very excited about that. And yeah, I'm excited to see where the future takes us, and definitely plan on spending my life with him, truly. He's my guy. So, okay. Adrian, what boundaries have you guys set as a couple, and what boundaries will you have at the next party? We need to sit down and have this like serious conversation before the party, but I know we have both discussed many times our boundaries and, checking in and different, body language or words that we'll use to communicate with each other. I think the biggest thing is definitely same room together. Like, there's no separate or solo play whatsoever. Also, any chats that we're involved in, we don't do anything unless it's one-on-one with the same sex. So, like, he wouldn't be in a chat with another couple and vice versa. What else? Lots of check-ins, for sure. And then nothing really too intimate. Like, we both talk about, like, no holding hands, no breathing in and out at the other person. Like, this very intimate moments that you have during sex, like, we have some boundaries around that. And I mean, that's pretty much all we've discussed so far. We will have in-depth, and I'll be reaching out to my lifestyle friends who, because, this is my first time as a couple. And so I'll be reaching out to them and asking them, when you're at a party, like, and all that stuff. But I will tell you, Mr. Right and I are thrilled for the party, very excited. And if bonus play happens with another couple, awesome. But really, we're not banking on it. And, if something happens organically, amazing, right? But we have, like I said, we can just go there and not do anything at all, or we can go there and just have fun with each other and be in this sexy environment. So, very excited for that. Okay, Day 5 of 5 days of Crave Me. I'm so proud of myself. Podcasting every day is not easy, okay? So I'm going to wrap this up and I'm going to go get some dinner with my girl and enjoy the rest of my Mother's Day. I hope you guys have a great beginning of the week. Do not forget, on Tuesday, my episode 94 with Mai drops. It's a great conversation about how we've evolved in life and in relationships. And we give some tips along the way. So looking forward to you guys seeing that and hearing it. You can always watch on YouTube. And yeah, I will see you soon. And please, let me know, send me a comment or whatever, if you think I should bring back Ask A for every other episode. All right. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Okay. Man, I'm thirsty. I'm so dehydrated. 5 days. Can't believe it. Whoa.